booked it for yourself. This is the end of the AU. So don't call this number any.
I feel like voice maxing is one of the most underrated tools in looks maxing because obviously how people actually hear you is going to be one of the biggest factors to your attraction. Like if you show up anywhere and you just sound like a freaking dork.
Thought. Fact. Bears eat beets. Oh. Bears. Beets. Battlestar Galactica.
Just, hello, my name is Austin. People will not really respect you. You're going to come off as way, way less attractive. So today is how to sound as attractive, as sexy, as humanly possible. Let's get it. Quite possibly the biggest way to completely transform your voice and actually change it without doing all these tools and trying to make your voice sound different than it truly is going to be building up the neck muscles. So most people have a very under muscled neck, and what happens with this is that the muscles in the neck actually control the vocal cords. Now, pretty much if the neck muscles are too tight, then the vocal cords will be strained, thus making your voice sound super high pitched, kind of like a woman.
Oh my God! I'm a woman!
But if you develop a strong, thick neck, what happens is now your neck has the ability to relax on the vocal cords, thus creating a much deeper and more masculine voice. Just like this example, this is me 2 years ago.
This is going to be my 30-day documentary of semen retention and no fat.
Whenever I did not do any neck exercises compared to now, when I've been doing neck exercises for about 2 years consistently, it makes the world of a difference. The best 2 neck workouts is going to be a neck crunch and then a reverse neck crunch. So it's super simple. You just lie down on your back on a bench, you put a plate on your forehead, and then you crunch up 180 degrees. Then you flip it, put the plate on the back of your head, and then you start at the bottom and go up. This works both sides of the neck, giving you a much more attractive voice.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Clint Eastwood really does not have a very deep masculine voice, but he does do a strategy in particular that makes his voice sound a lot sexier. And what he does is he speaks in a monotone sense. So right now, for example, in this video, my voice is not as sexy as it could be because obviously I'm trying to present information to men. I'm not trying to impress a woman on here. But anytime I go on a date, I follow the Clint Eastwood method, and that's where you speak only monotone. Hey, my name is Austin. How are you doing? You know, like you don't have these highs and lows just like I'm doing right now. It's just monotone. Hello, how are you? How was your day? Oh, my day was fantastic. It's much more masculine. It's a lot more old school. I feel like men these days, everyone's a lot more expressive. Just, yeah, my day is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. And this makes you look a little bit more feminine. Your voice is not as sexy. Aspirating. Now, I've actually noticed a couple videos have come out recently blowing up talking about aspirating. Now, I talked about it first. Let's keep things clearly. Go back on the channel. I have another voice video I did like last year. But aspirating is pretty much what Tom Hiddleston does.
Einstein's theory of relativity is E equals MC squared.
So his voice, once again, is not naturally very sexy. He doesn't naturally have that appeal, but he does a strategy to where essentially he talks as he exhales. It's essentially as if you're speaking through a sigh. This is a great example. Hello, my name is Austin. You know, it's like you're exhaling. You want to make it as subtle as possible. Just subtly do it. And on the extreme end of this is Batman. Just, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Because obviously that is extreme aspirating. So make it very subtle to where people can't really notice that you're aspirating, but this makes the world of a difference. You are probably breathing incorrectly. Most people have shallow breaths. Now the best way to test this is to see where your shoulders are actually doing whenever you're breathing. So if your shoulders are moving up and down, this means that you are taking shallow breaths and you're not breathing correctly. The air gets right here and then it comes back up. What this does is it puts tension on those vocal cords, thus making your voice more high pitched. So if you want to fix this, you got to start diaphragm breathing. So you got to have those big belly breaths. So it's got to get all the way to the tummy. You should feel the air filling up and then it comes back up. This also has tons of health benefits too. This is the proper way humans are supposed to be breathing, and it will make your voice deeper and sexier. This has absolutely nothing to do with the video, but I do just want to plug myself just for a moment. Now, 92% of the American population is vitamin deficient. So I actually created something that is stronger than any multivitamin on the entire market to fulfill any nutrient deficiencies. Now, Why do you want to do this? Because your proper development when it comes to your face and your height more specifically really comes down to how healthy you are. So if you have these deficiencies, your body will not be able to optimally grow. So if you want to check that out, it is going to be Titan Growth on kalosique.com. I'm going to link it here. The best height growth supplement on the market, completely from me, and they are all USA made in Colorado. I work specifically with the scientists to create the best formula to optimize your health. Hey, I'm looking at you. Have you drank water today? When was the last time you drank water? Now, did you know that 75% of most people are drinking less than the recommended amount of water on a daily basis? Not to mention, it's probably terrible water, like tap water or purified water. It's not the best water. The best is going to be pure, natural, bottled at the source, spring water. But what happens whenever you're not drinking enough water is that now your vocal cords are going to be drying up because obviously it is coated in water. It is predominantly water. So if you're not getting enough water, they're going to shrivel up. They're going to be weak. So you cannot control your vocal cords as much. You can't really have a deep voice. So you want to fix this, you got to start drinking water. I always advocate between 4 to 8 liters on a daily basis. Do not drink more than 1 liter in a sitting, as this can be dangerous, but that's a huge one. Down talking technique. So the down talking technique is whenever you finish your sentences with a lower vocal range. So let's say I'm talking just like this. What's up? What's up? Hey, my name's Austin. And then you finish like that. You finish with a deeper voice. This automatically will make the overall assumption of your voice to be known as something much deeper, much more masculine and sexier. Last thing I got for you boys is something I'm not going to do myself, but if you want to try it out, go for it. It is the straw technique. So pretty much you just get a cup of water, you get a straw, and you blow bubbles. What this does is it relieves and expands the vocal cords, allowing more air into the actual diaphragm. So it's going to be very good for your voice. And perhaps before a date, you want to sound extra sexy, do this protocol in addition to everything else. Aspirate subtly on the date, and then she's going to think you sound so sexy because you want your voice to sound as sexy as possible. And I always advocate don't speak too much in general, but whenever you do speak, you want to sound very good. Now, with all of these tips, one thing I always advocate is to actually improve your speaking skills, your charisma, how you actually speak, your body language, because it's overall an art. And for me, the biggest thing was actually creating YouTube. If I went back to my old videos from like 3 years ago, I was terrible on camera. I had terrible body language, and this is how I was talking to people in person. I couldn't hold a proper conversation. But after starting YouTube, I got much better. So I challenge you today, start recording yourself. So you can either just do it in the voice memos app, or you can actually start filming yourself, how you speak, your tone of voice, and then you can start making subtle adjustments to where you sound your best, something that you are very confident with. That's it for today, boys. I love each and every one of you guys with all my heart. AustinWayneOfficial.com for all of my links. kalosique.com for cosmetics, supplements, clothing, everything. kalosique.com. I love you. Peace.